This Christmas marks for years since that night in the cabin, an anniversary that weighs heavier than the snowfall outside my window. In some ways, it feels even longer. Maybe that's because I've spent too much time trying to forget, or worse, trying to understand. That harrowing experience inspired my last book, a bestseller, no less. But success has its shadows. I still wake up in cold sweats, haunted by memories I can't quite explain. And this year, on a whim, I decided to return to the place where it all began. Maybe I thought I could confront the past and finally silence the nightmares. Or maybe I was just chasing that strange inspiration again. The cabin I had stayed in before was, unsurprisingly, fully booked. All of them were. But I managed to secure a short stay in a small caravan, about a mile from the original site. It wasn't as cozy or secluded, and it barely held back the cold, but I told myself this was exactly what I needed to break through my writer's block. Within days, it started to work. I was writing again, really writing, and had just finished the second chapter of my next novel. That night, I rewarded myself with an early stop, and tuned into the local radio station. The gentle static and soft tunes created a strange calm until the announcement. Reports of mysterious lights in the sky. Unidentified, unexplained. I'm not a UFO enthusiast by any stretch, but I was intrigued. The caravan's skylight was buried under snow, and visibility from the windows was poor, so I bundled up and stepped outside. The snow crunched beneath my boots, fresh and untouched. I scanned the sky, but my gaze slowly drifted lower, to the tree line, and then the field beyond, and my blood ran cold. There it was, the snowman, just like I remembered. It stood motionless, far too similar to the one from 4 years ago. Same crooked posture, same eeriness that made it feel wrong. It hadn't changed, and somehow neither had the fear. I could have packed up and left, but going home meant staring at a blank screen, surrounded by city noise and unfinished thoughts. I needed closure. Maybe, I thought, this was someone's idea of a sick joke, a fan trying to scare me, or maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. Still, I chose to stay. I tried to sleep. I tried to write. I tried to ignore the thing standing silently outside. But then came the sounds, first soft thuds, like snowballs hitting the side of the caravan, then sharper impacts, like small stones against the windows. My skin prickled. My heart thumped. I forced myself to check the window again. The snowman was still there, but something had changed. It was now missing a face or had turned around. I couldn't tell which. That had never happened before. Eventually, exhaustion took me. I drifted off, until something yanked me from sleep. The radio hissed with static. The wind howled outside. The air inside was cold. Too cold. And then I saw it. The caravan door was wide open. Panic surged. I checked my things. Nothing was taken, but something was off. Items weren't where I left them. The skylight, once covered in snow, was now clear. Had it all been the wind? No. Something had entered. I closed the door and turned to the window, hesitating before pulling the curtain aside. The snowman was gone. At first, I felt relief, then a deeper, more terrifying realization. Where had it gone? I took the opportunity to leave. I quickly packed my essentials and stepped outside, heading toward the resort barely 10 minutes away. But the world outside had changed. The resort was gone. The lights, the road, the trail, all gone. Just endless, blinding white in every direction. And beneath my feet, no tracks, no signs the caravan had even moved. But it had. I was somewhere else. Somehow, I had no choice but to return to the caravan. It's been 3 days since I last saw the snowman. Supplies are running low. The gas heater is barely holding up. And still, no tracks in the snow. No signs of where I am. Just this strange, unending landscape. Maybe I'll never get out. Maybe no one will ever find me. But if you're reading this, please, understand this. It's not just the cold you need to fear in the snow. It's what hides in it. Because wherever there's snow, there can always be a snowman.